Meanwhile, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, is expected to inaugurate the Kariakoo International Market on the 8th of this month after spending more than 28 billion shillings to renovate the market and also build a new one in the area. Speaking to journalists about the inauguration, the Dar es Salaam Regional Commissioner, Albert Chilamila, says that the renovation which has been made has succeeded in multiplying the number of stalls to 1,500, where more than 1,000 traders who used to do business at the market will repossess the areas along with the new ones.
Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, has given great honor to the residents of Dar es Salaam by making a visit on the 8th of February, starting at the 8 in the morning with the aim of officially inaugurating the Kariakoo market. The improvements made to the market have greatly increased the productivity, with more than 1,500 stalls and business spaces now available. In addition, more than 1,000 former traders will also be accommodated in the market. Elders of Dar es Salaam traders, businesses, leaders, street vendors, motorcycle riders, as well as all people, especially those involved in cargo and logistics businesses, are invited to attend this very important day so that we may show our support to the President for this great gift she has given to the residents of Dar es Salaam.
The regional commissioner has also directed small-scale traders who block the roads leading to the market to leave immediately so that the traders with the stalls in authorized markets can easily be seen and do business. The International Atomic Energy Agency commends the Tanzanian sixth phase government for its significant investment in the radiation therapy sector, proposing the country to be the regional training center for radiation specialists in the African continent. Here's a story by Henry Mabumo, read by Antonia Kivaria.
The radiation therapy machine, purchased by the sixth-term government over a period of 4 years, are being inspected by a special delegation of the International Atomic Energy Agency after being installed at the Ocean Road Cancer Institute. Speaking to the reporters, the IAEA Acting Director of the Technical Cooperation Department for Africa, Gasho Gabeyehuwolde, says the move aims at increasing the provision of quality services to cancer patients.
Seen now a well-developed cancer management institute in Tanzania, and Ocean Road has really taken a remarkable trajectory in developing this capability and serving also the nation in expanding cancer management services. And this is a remarkable one. We have to continue developing the national capability.
On the other hand, the Director General of the Tanzania Atomic Energy Commission, Professor Najat Kasim, elaborates on the visits.
Our government has invested a lot of money to support skills development and other related areas, including investing heavily in equipment and facilities. One of the beneficiaries of these projects is the Ocean Road Institute here in Dar es Salaam.
Earlier, the CEO of the Ocean Road Cancer Institute, Dr. Diwan Msemo, says the government of Tanzania has purchased modern Colabat radiation therapy machines, specs for screening, and a drug manufacturing plant worth more than 70 billion shilling.
I know you supported Ocean Road to get one of the brachytherapy machine through the project, and another brachytherapy machine was bought using our own resources. We really appreciate. Now, the sources have been there for 7 years right now, and we need to decommission and buy new sources.
Antonia Kivaria, TBC News.
From the health sector, we move now to the agricultural sector, where the Assistant Director General of Food and Agriculture Organization, Dr. Abebe Haile Gabriel, says innovation, political will, and adaptability from school level are imperative to ensure sustainable agricultural mechanization process yields positive results in African countries. He made the remarks on the last day of this year's Sustainable Agricultural Mechanization Conference in Dar es Salaam, insisting the importance of every country's commitment to sustainable agricultural mechanization.
Adapting technologies to suit the contexts and conditions of each country and its agroecological conditions. So it's not about a tractor. We don't have one kind of tractor. Normally in Africa, when we think about mechanization, what comes to mind is a big tractor, a harvesting machine, imported, and we think that it can solve the problem. It may solve the problem, but to make it sustainable, and this is one of the reasons why we have, coined the conference topic, sustainable agriculture mechanization. It must be embedded in the systems, including in systems of skills development. How do our universities and technical training institutions take this and enhance the skills of young people to adapt these different machineries, even to invent and use the digitalization, movement, so that we can generate the technology. This is very important. Where success happened everywhere is because there was political will and commitment. Not phony commitment, real commitment.
On the other hand, the Assistant Director General of Food and Agriculture Organization, Dr. Gabriel, says Tanzania is exemplary in having the right initiatives in achieving food sufficiency and be able to export the surplus, while some of the participants of the conference explain Africa's potentials in the agricultural sector.
Tanzania is among countries in Africa where we have a lot of potential for agriculture transformation, for agri-food systems transformation. The potential is huge. We were having conversation with some of the officials. They were comparing the potential in terms of area, in terms of many things, with countries like Vietnam. Yeah, Vietnam is like about a third of Tanzania in terms of area, but they produce 3 times more than Tanzania in some respects, in some crops. Okay, so the question is, how can we translate this huge potential into benefits, that benefits Tanzanians all across the board? And Tanzania has been making significant efforts towards this, agri-food systems transformation. And we can testify this by the launch of the mechanization strategy during the opening session of this very conference.
Most of the people are talking here that the mechanization machinery is costly, right? And we want to do that what we have achieved in India on for a smallholder farmer. Now in India, machines are a phone call away, right? If you need a harvester, you have to ring. It's just like Uber, Ola model. If something is successful in India on the same crops, on the same farm size, on the same soil type, why it will be successful in Africa also?
We're promoting sustainable agriculture mechanization for African region, and we are here to invite smallholder stakeholders, dealer, distributor to join hand and help import machinery here.
So yeah, I think there are also a plethora of benefits that can be accrued, a plethora of dividends that can be accrued, especially when we look at our youths. Youths can be in a position also to participate in the value chains in the supply chains for agriculture mechanization, especially when it comes to the issues to do with the local production or even simple technologies in Africa.
Africa holds around half of the world's uncultivated arable land, about 202 million hectares, indicating enormous potential. At the same time, Africa's crop yields are only 56% of the global average, and despite about 60% of Africa's population depending on agriculture for jobs and livelihoods, the sector contributes only about 21% of GDP. Let's move now to the education sector, where Tanzanians have been actively encouraged to take advantage of various fully funded educational and research opportunities offered by the government of Japan through its embassy in Tanzania and other Japanese institutions. The programs cover undergraduate, postgraduate, and specialized research are designed to boost Tanzania's development across sectors like infrastructure, agriculture, and education. Here are more details.
Speaking to TBC News, Ambassador of Japan to Tanzania, Mikami Youchi, and the Vice Chancellor of Ardhi University, Professor Evaristo Joseph Liwa, says while the selection process for Japanese government scholarship is rigorous and competitive, Tanzanian students should remain motivated to apply to strengthen bilateral ties and personal development.
You know, quite a few are applying, and to be honest with you, that scholarship is quite competitive. But you know, we are getting very good, talented candidates and students from Tanzania. A scholarship called Mombusho Scholarship, and which is offering some sort of scholarship to the Tanzanian candidates. So you can check our homepage and apply for that scholarship. Is one of the opportunity for Tanzania students, I think.
When these are announced, let them apply. We at the university have no influence on how the selection process is done, but at least we know the outcome. The outcome is good. Those who have gone to Japan, they have finished their studies, they're working, or their performance is excellent. The opportunity is not only on learning the language, but also on business. You see, as other people learn Chinese to go and interact with Chinese businessmen, others learn Arabic to go and interact with the business from Saudi Arabia, from the Arabic world. So this is another opportunity for learning Japanese so that they can interact with the businessmen from Japan.
Some of the Tanzanians who have studied in Japan and others who aspire to study in Japan expresses their take on opportunities offered by the government of Japan through its embassy in Tanzania and other Japanese institutions.
Highly encourage Tanzanians to partake opportunity of being a student in Japan, because first of all, Japan is one of the leading countries in technologies in different academic fields. So one would be able to expand their understanding in whatever field that they want to do of study because of the high level of ranking of the university that Japan has.
I mean, I've always been fascinated by Japanese culture and their architecture and the food and the way they fold their papers. And when I saw the course online, I thought, this is a great opportunity to come and learn, but also students from Tanzania who would like to further their studies in architecture and other STEM courses, they can go and learn in Japan. But also Japan is known for fishing and for their high-rise buildings, for instance, during earthquake. I think some of our architects can also go there and learn.
The Japanese people are very humble and they are very good people. That's why I decided to learn Japanese language from them.
I taught Japanese language in Dodoma, in University of Dodoma about 10 years ago. Actually, at that time, there were so many students. And they tried to learn Japanese language.
The 2026 short course of Japanese language and cultural expertise at Ardhi University on February 4th, featuring daily morning language sessions and cultural activities, activities organized by the Embassy of Japan in Tanzania. The program provides a foundational introduction to Japanese language and culture. Antonia Kivaria, TBC News.
The Director General of the National Museums of Tanzania, Dr. Noel Luoga, says that culture brings peace, unity, solidarity, and unity among people, countries, and nations. Dr. Luoga met the remarks in Dar es Salaam during the Cultural Day at National Defense College in DC, insisting that everyone has a responsibility to preserve culture and pass it on to the next generation. Zawja Swale has more details.
Traditional dances, traditional costumes, traditional games. This symbolizes the beginning of the cultural event here at the National Defense College NDC in Dar es Salaam. The event brings the Director General of the National Museums of Tanzania, Dr. Noel Luoga, who emphasizes the need to preserve culture.
Let us celebrate not only our individual cultures, but also the bonds that unite us as a global community. Through culture, people can bring changes by working and cooperating with other people. In Tanzania, for instance, there are more than 120 tribes, and therefore more than 120 languages. Every one of these groupings has their own cultures, although the culture beautifully merged into one Tanzania culture, united by one language known as Kiswahili.
Then the host of the college, the acting director of the college, Brigadier General Charles Ndiege, explains the significance of the day at the college.
The National Defense College Tanzania value culture so much, enough to dedicate a whole day to its honor. Given the National Defense College Tanzania's diversity in culture and our strong belief that in today's world we should not be grappled with questions of identity, struggling to reconcile our traditional heritage with the realities of a changing world, we strongly encourage our course members to showcase what defines them and the societies they come from, because that is where we will also find our universal common human cultural ground. This enables us at the National Defense College Tanzania to learn from each other, but also to appreciate both our individual and collective richness in heritage.
17 countries have participated in the event, which include the host Tanzania. Others are Bangladesh, Botswana, Burundi, Egypt, Ethiopia, India, Kenya, Malawi, Nigeria, Namibia, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Zawja Swaleh, TBC, Dar es Salaam.
Technology transfer remains a strong pillar in Tanzania's ambition to achieve $1 trillion economy and the Vision 2050 development plan. As part of this effort, 25 Tanzanians from the marine and fisheries sector are receiving a 4-day training from the Korea Institute of Ocean Science and Technology here in Dar es Salaam. The training supports the establishment of the Tanzania Marine Satellite Utilization Center, which will play a vital role in responding to illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing activities, as well as monitoring changes in the marine environment. The initiative is a 4-year initiative, a project valued at $4.5 million, implemented through the collaboration of the government of Korea and the government of Tanzania. Let's get some more details on that particular story from my colleague Esther Dales.
Following the Korean War of 1950 to 1953, South Korea was once the poorest countries in the world, but today it stands as a global leader in science and technology, experience that Tanzania is now benefiting from through technology transfer. Despite possessing a vast exclusive economic zone and abundant marine and fisheries resources, Tanzania still faces a shortage of skilled professionals capable of scientifically managing these resources. Dr. Ismail Kimirei, who is a Director General of Tanzania Fisheries Research Institute, highlights the importance of this exchange.
We started with 25 participants this time, but before, December, we sent four people to Korea to get in-depth training. Among these 25, they are going to be selected a group of other people that are going to be trained further to the level of masters and even to the PhD level. The reason being, we don't want white elephants. We want, after the project ends, which is a 4 years project, we have the critical mass, the critical people that will run the center.
The project manager of the Korea Institute of Ocean Science and Technology explains why Tanzania was selected for the initiative, while participants share their expectations from the training.
Tanzania is the main countries of the East Africa, so they will be leader of the we consider the Tanzania is the leader countries of the East Africa, so we choose the Tanzania.
Pleasure to be a part of this training because it's very, very important. As you know that in the University of Dar es Salaam now we are updating our curriculum, and remote sensing and issues of fisheries is one of the part of those curriculum. So being a member of this, being a participant of this meeting, it means that we are building the human capacity in terms of lecturers, and then we will be able to teach these courses, particularly in the new coming curriculum.
A research scientist, we have been having some program that has been going on using the satellite information. We have developed an application that fishers are using to determine where they can go fishing, and in the same application we developed on the basis of using the satellite technology. So being participant in this training, I'm pleased that we are going to get new technology, the appropriate one and then the precisely ones.
Tanzania and South Korea continue to strengthen long-term cooperation in sustainable development, while key projects like the Tanzanite Bridge in Dar es Salaam, valued at $126 million, and the Mlogenzila Hospital, reflecting the depth of partnership between the two countries. Esther Deus, TBC News.
Now, before we wind up the local news, let's now take a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Sports News is up next. In sports news, Young Africans head coach Pedro Goncalves says his team is confident for tomorrow's match against Moroccan side FAR Rabat, and a win will give Yanga a clear path to qualify for CAF Champions League quarterfinals. Head coach Goncalves insists FAR Rabat is one of the tough teams to beat, especially in their home ground, but they're well prepared to face them and win the match.
In general, it's a very good team, able to play in different formations, and we must be ready and understand very well the dynamic. But in the end, yes, is important. We know the strength, Farhaba strength, but also they have some weakness. That weakness we working to explore, and in the end, let's see which team are more capable to win. But for sure, we are here also for win that match, and because if we win, we almost done. So this is our mindset for tomorrow.
Young Africans is at the second place in Group B with 5 points, equal to their rivals FAR Rabat. Al Ahly lead the group with 8 points. JS Kabylie is at the bottom of the group with 2 points. On the other hand, the Simba Sports Club will play Petro de Luanda of Angola in a do-or-die match, and if the club loses the match, the club will be officially knocked out of this season CAF Champions League competition. And let's wish both of them, all the best. And that's the sports news. And now, before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let's take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello, dear viewers, and thank you for joining us for the weather forecast. And by starting for tonight, to expect western part of the country, southwestern Highland, central part of the country, Morogoro, Ruvuma, Lindi together with Mtwara regions are expected to feature with particle condition, thunder showers over a few areas. And for the rest part of the country, are just expected to feature with particle conditions. And for tomorrow, we expect the wind to flow at the speed of 20 kilometers per hour over Lake Nyasa together with the southern coast, and the speed of 30 kilometers per hour over Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika, Lake Rukwa together with the northern coast. And the state of the sea is expected to be slight up to moderate. And then for models are portraying the enhancement of activities over western part of the country, southwestern Highland, central part of the country together with southern sector of the country. And Tanzania Meteorological Authority is issuing an advisory of short periods of heavy rains over a few areas of Ruvuma regions. So precautive measures should be taken. And also for tomorrow, we expect southwestern Highland, central part of the country, Morogoro, Ruvuma, Lindi together with Mtwara regions are expected to feature with cloud condition. Thunder showers over a few areas together with sun intervals. Lake Victoria Basin, western part of the country together with northeastern Highland are expected to feature with particle condition. Thunder showers over a few areas together with sun periods. And for the rest part of the country, are just expected to feature with particle condition, light rain showers over a few areas. Let us see next 4 days forecast from different cities and regions. Dar es Salaam, light rain showers together with sun periods are expected. Dodoma, thunder showers are expected. Mbeya, thunder showers are expected. Mwanza, thunder showers are expected. Kilimanjaro, thunder showers together with sun periods are expected. Morogoro, thunder showers together with sun periods are expected. And also for Arusha, thunder showers together with sun periods are expected. I'm Rebecca Wheeler from Tanzania Meteorological Authority. Thank you.
And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Nasa Kingu. We wish you a good night and a constructive weekend.
TBC1, ukweli na uhakika.
Naam, habari. Bila shaka hujambo, karibu katika kipindi cha Jimbo Langu. Kipindi cha Jimbo Langu ni kipindi ambacho kinakupa fursa wewe kuweza kufahamu yapi ambayo yanaendelea